Today on my Alberta job, we're going to be taking the sow. We're going to go tear out a bunch of shacks on a location, and once the tractors haul them all over to the new end, we're going to respot all the shacks again.
And I've decided the Decepticons need to become more politically correct! I'm a woman now!
This is what we'll be driving today. We're going to fill in for Buddy's on days off. So usually when he's on days off, if there's a job up, I'll get to drive that big iron. She's pretty beefy. She's got a first gen ISX. Lots of power, lots of juice. Automatic, unfortunately. Planetary hubs. Fully locked up, full time. She's a beefcake. Top speed of 85 kilometers an hour, and that's pushing it a little. It'd go faster, but it would blow up. So this is a 400-inch bed. Fifth wheel, air lines are in here, second winch is tucked in there, live roll, lots of shiny lights. We used to work at night all the time. Doesn't seem to happen very often anymore. Let's check the oil. I'm 6'4", so it's a pretty tall truck.
Oh, look at this. What are you wiping the windows?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's nice and shiny.
You guys want to take a look inside? Always open the door before you get in so you don't have to bend way down. Whoop. Oh, someone. Oh, that's hazard. Wrong truck. Well, it's not spotless. It's a work truck. So, standard dash, same as everybody else's that's got this year. Then we got the whole center console. We got winch 1, winch 2, band brake. Dogs for winch 2, dogs for winch 1. PTO, so 4-speed air shift. Camera. Another camera. So that's a... Oh, what is that? Is just side to side. This is right underneath the roll. Alright. Well, I gotta check tires because they like to leak. Of course, when you show up to location, you expect things to be ready to go. It's not always the case. They put an obstacle in my way. They're like, hey, we're just gonna park this cat here so you can't get at the shack. Well, I had another trick up my sleeve because I got keys for it.
Yeah, I went over and tried to...
If you talk all the time, you'll never hear what anybody else has to say. And therefore all you'll have to talk about is your own conversation. The same is true for people who think all the time. That means, when I use the word think, talking to yourself, subvocal conversation, the constant chit-chat of symbols and images and talk and words inside your skull. Now, if you do that all the time, you'll find that you've nothing to think about except thinking. And just as you have to stop talking to hear what others have to say, you have to stop thinking to find out what life is about. And the moment you stop thinking, you become into immediate contact with the unspeakable world. The force of liberation will blow the world to pieces.
Alright, so all the shacks are rigged out on this location. We gotta go to a second location and rig out 2 more before we go to the final location and spot all these. So I gotta zip across country here and tear out 2 more. Roadtrain bill's expensive. Well, when you're in $400 an hour to spot shacks and I'm out here picking sticks for 40 minutes, this is the most lumber I've ever had on a bed truck, ever. Alright, now that we're at the new end, we'll wait for these other guys we're helping out that are hauling these shacks illegally with way too much overhang. Triple B out of 3 Hills. Once they get these shacks on the ground, we'll spot them quickly with all these toothpicks I got and level them out for these guys, make them perfect. And we'll be done and we'll head back to Red Deer.